How are you all? So hi guys, how are you all? I hope that everyone of you are fine and meeting us on like day what we say 7 of your Python essentials. Today I have a guest with me, okay, and that guest is what you're going to spend your most of the time with, okay. So before introducing the guest, I want to see how many of you are very much excited to like join this placement preparation session. Okay, so this what is this placement preparation session? Before giving you a brief, and also let me see how many of you are live. Hi guys, hi, how are you all? So I hope that everyone of you are fine and live right now. Okay, so I'm seeing that near about what 50 people are there live. I don't know, I mean all the other guys who are yet to join, so join as soon as possible so that we can take this whole session live right now. Okay, so hi guys, hi. I have completed Python project when need to where need to submit tic-tac-toe projects. Okay, so if you want to submit the project, it is in the description. Okay, the link is in the description where you need to submit your project. Every one of you guys who have completed your projects, you all have to submit the projects in the link which is provided in the description. Okay, so I hope that how to submit your main project. The main project can be submitted the same way how you submit your daily assignments. You just have to open the form, and in that form you need to check in your main day and like just go and fill it up. Okay, that's the whole thing. Now talking about who is the guest we are having today. You are seeing some new face today on the screen. Okay, so she is Sneha, and Sneha is our placement prep coordinator, or like she heads our placement efforts at Let's Upgrade at this point of time. And she is going to take up a whole session today till 9:30 probably, and that session is going to revolve around like how you guys can go ahead and get placed in the industry. Okay, so how you can make your resumes, how you can communicate with people. So these are all a small bit and pieces of this whole program what she's going to take. I hope that you guys are going to just go ahead and love it. Okay, so that's the part which I wanted to mention. Just go ahead and learn a lot of things from ma'am. That's number one point. And number two, as I mentioned, that I will be letting you guys know about our full stack program. Okay, so to know about our full stack program, okay, to know about Let's Upgrade full stack program, just give me 10 minutes. I will tell you what you guys need to do for getting into full stack program and all. Then you guys can actually make it up like, okay, is it how the program is and all. So I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen, and I think you are able to see my screen right now. Okay, so the number one thing, what is Let's Upgrade's full stack program? Let's Upgrade's full stack program is a program which is aimed towards making this whole learning different level. Okay, to take your whole learning to next level, we guys have something known as Let's Upgrade's PGP program. Okay, so till now you have learned lot of Python. Okay, till now you guys have learned a lot of Python, lot of Python. But if you want to take your career and make it into next level with the help of Python, then 100% you can join our full stack program. So what is there in the full stack program? Why is it so unique? About what is so unique about Let's Upgrade's full stack program? Okay, so if you ask these all questions, then let's just answer those all questions in ASAP mode. Okay, so the number one thing, what is Let's Upgrade? By now every one of you know that is it's a top 10 fastest growing e-learning companies in India, and we believe in learn, build, share, grow. That's our motive, and you guys have built so much of things in your 7 days or like 6 days of your program that you guys are now having confidence. Now just imagine like building the same level of, I mean like next level projects in upcoming 6 months. Okay, so where you guys will be standing, just imagine that one point. Okay, now going ahead, which all paths are there after completing Python where you can go? You can select any one of these four, but yes, this third one is totally optional. But yes, artificial intelligence is something which you guys can go ahead. Data science, if you are interested in, you can go there. If you are interested in more advancing your knowledge in Python and Django, then 100% Python and Django you can go. Okay, so now what is a full stack program or a PGP full stack program? Okay, PGP word is for postgraduate program. Okay, so don't think that I mean ये PGP hai, it is a PGP, that's why we guys who are in undergraduate can't do it. Don't think like that, because it's a PGP. That means it's a certification which is of level of the PGP, but the program is PGP full stack. Okay, if you want to be a full stack developer, then this is the place. This is the way to go forward and be that. Okay, stick around. I will be telling you something very big, discounts and all at the end of this whole PPT slides and all. So just hold on till then. And so what is it? It's a, now we have 4 components here. 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. The number one 25% is our learn module. Okay, so learn module is all about like 400 hours of learning, in which 200 hours are like live learning by a instructor just like me. Okay, and you will build 15 plus projects hands-on when you are building these this whole 6 months program. You will have graded assignments, small group sessions. You can pause and like restart your learning any point of time whenever you want. Everything is live, nothing is recorded and outdated. We are always up to date, AUTD. Okay, so because we are live, that gives us the power of being always up to date. Our curriculums are changing every 3 months. That's the mark. You have to develop one client side project. When I say client side project, from requirement gathering to deployment. Okay, so just imagine you guys have started with the help of data science. Okay, so you are talking to MSME company, and that MSME company is giving you a problem statement that, boss, you need to build such analytics for a company. You get that problem statement, you build that whole problem from the requirement gathering to project deployment. You are working in a team of 3 people or 4 people and shipping that whole project. Just imagine the kind of learning what you will get. You will not only will be certified from LetsUpgrade, ITM Group and NSDC, but also will get certified by the MSME company for which you have developed a project. Okay, so this is the whole part. Sharing part is very important. We host weekly doubt clearing meetups or some or other project session, hackathon sessions every weekly. Now talking about the grow or placement assistance. Okay, so we have a placement assistance in-house. Sneha is the person who heads our placement department, and she takes care about empowering you all with all kind of knowledge. I mean, how to face an interview, how to make your LinkedIn profiles, how to give interviews, and how to negotiate your salaries, how to ace your communications. So these all things Sneha takes care. So that's number one. We have 300 plus hiring partners with us, who actually we have MOU signed with them, and who are along with us providing jobs to our students. And we already placed candidates in various companies from Reliance, Google, and different places we have placed already. And that's the whole track record of LetsUpgrade. Our highest package being 25 lakhs per annum, and the lowest package being at 3.5 lakhs per annum. That's what our record. And yeah, so now let's just go ahead and see something very much exciting. Okay, how we guys do mentoring. So here you guys can see the very first point, that is like mentoring. Okay, so now let's just go and see mentoring part. Just give me 1 minute. I'll share you my whole screen. Okay, I hope that you guys can see my screen right now. Just give me 1 minute. I want to open up. Yeah, so students career map. So I will go to Python. Okay, I'll go to Python and I'll just open up someone's profile here. Okay, so I have here so many of the students. One of the students is Shaurya, and you guys have met him probably in the session one day or something. So this is how weekly mentoring calls happen at LetsUpgrade. You will be sure. I'm very sorry for showing your board, but yes, every student makes such board, and these boards, what they do, you know. So you track your progress, which kind of companies you want to get placed in. Okay, and where all you want to get placed in. Number one. Okay, so like hard, obviously these are very hard to achieve. These are very medium level to achieve. These are very easy to achieve. And what kind of job roles you are looking towards. Okay, how these job roles are placed. See, so what you need to do in each job role, that you write. Okay, you do your research and you will write here, and this JDs will get us our to-dos. Okay, once you put all your JDs here, you will take your extract out of it and we will take it to next level. Then we will also do one more thing, that is like we will give you weekly projects. Okay, so every week you will have a personalized project. Like Shaurya was building a YouTube downloader and a Spotify downloader, and he was also doing Ola Cab backend. Okay, and recently he was building a Netflix. Okay, so using Python he was building Netflix. So that's what Shaurya's learning is. And even we were planning for and talking regarding Shaurya's internship, and I know that he's interning with some company at this point of time. So these are the things which we do at LU, and that's how each and every student has been mentored. So these are all profiles of different students at LetsUpgrade. If you see data science, so these are the different students here. Okay, so I'm showing you very fastly one more student's this thing. So he's making book my show, and he's also predicting the Ethereum price. This student in data science. Now talking about web dev, so see here we have again one more student. So this student is building Pokemon Go and related things. Okay, so if you are looking for getting placed in web dev and all, so 100% you can just go and see the way we nurture them. So that's the unique point of like how we mentor our students. And I don't know if you guys are excited about our mentoring. So please tell in the chat if at all you guys are interested. Okay, so if you guys are interested about this whole thing. Okay, so 100% there is a cost attached to it. Okay, so the cost, and okay, what do you get extra? So each one of you guys will be having data structures and algorithm as extra part. That is something. And apart from data structures and algorithm, you will also have AWS cloud computing. This is compulsory extra part. Now coming to the price point, do anyone have an idea about what's the price point and all? In the chat, please tell me. I showed you the price point, but still, okay. In the chat, please tell me, like, when have you guys researched about the price point? Yes or no? It's not what any big startup charges you, okay, but absolutely the same level of certifications we provide. Number one, the same level of quality we provide you here, and every time our only intention is to like get you one step near to your dream job. That's the point. And yeah, so that's what. So now here, this is the form. This is the form link. Okay, so this is the form link. All the students who are interested in taking admission in this, so this is the form. Fill up this form. That's it. Just fill in this form. We have pinned it right now. So fill up this form, and you guys will be getting this discount that is of 10,000 rupees off for all the essential completed student. And it's a 36,000 program by default, and 26,000 what you actually pay. If you fill this form, you can take it in like 10,000 rupees off and all. You have to just pay 1,000 rupees as, you have to pay 1,000 rupees as reservation charges. Okay, and 24,999 is what you can pay in 12 months of EMI. We have debit card, credit card, every kind of EMI options possible, so you can pay that part. Okay, so that's what is there. And even if you guys are looking towards some kind of scholarship, just fill in this form. That's it. Just fill in this form, and we guys will be looking into your personal profile, and we'll do. And you guys will be talking to me personally if you just fill up this form. So just fill in this form and let us know what you are interested in taking your career to next level. So yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to mention about our whole PGP program. Just go ahead and fill in the form, and we can take it to next level. Okay. So thanks a lot for for listening from my side. I have done my part. I don't know how many of you guys will be joining in, but it's an amazing level program. One thing I would like to assure, we already have 150 plus students. If you want any kind of reviews and all, you can ask any one of them. Okay, so if you want to talk to them, just fill in the form, and we guys will fill this form, and we guys will make sure that you guys are talking to them. Number one. Number two, it is like you will talk to me, or like you will talk to someone of our counselors to understand you should do this program, yes or no, and everything we will take care of. Okay, so that's the part, and it's literally telling you guys, if you compare it with all the programs available, it's still the most affordable program here out. Okay, so it's a 6 months program towards your placement, and that's it. That's what I wanted to mention. And thanks a lot for joining in my counseling session. Now it's the time for Sneha to take it up. Okay, so thanks a lot, Sneha, for allowing me. Now it's all up to you. So I will go in the background, and you can take it up now.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. Nice meeting you all. Just put up your projects in the assignment submission so that we guys can take it from there. Okay. Chalo. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. I will now. I will just hand over this session to Sneha, and I will be like taking it up. Okay, Sneha, you can just go ahead and share your screen.
Sure. No, I thank you so much. So, good evening, everyone. I hope you all have had this amazing week with Python Essentials. And today being the last day of your essentials, so we have planned this career placement guidance session. So, as Sai Kiran introduced before this, my name is Neha Faispurkar. I am the product development manager at Let's Upgrade, and I also take care of all the placement preparation that we do for our students at Let's Upgrade. Right. So, basically, I am a trainer by profession. I am a communication skills and a soft skills trainer by profession, and I love that job, and there is a reason behind me loving that job, right? So I would just first ask all of you, what do you mean by communication skills? You must have heard of communication skills before this. I mean, thousands of times. So I would just like to have some answers from you guys. What do you mean by communication skills? What do you mean when somebody says someone has good communication? So I just need some answers from your side. Let the answers come in the chat. Come on, guys. What do you mean by communication skills? Do you mean communication skills? Do they mean getting or being able to speak fluently in English? Does it mean being able to speak confidently? What do you mean? Put your answers in the chat. Come on. And then we are going to move ahead with learning the basics of how you communicate and how to speak well in an interview, how to increase your confidence, right? uh, Someone says ways and methods to communicate with someone, interactive session of communication skills, confidence, interaction between two people. Of course, yes, any interaction between two people is some sort of a communication. Perfect. Or a group of people, correct, communicating with someone. Speak and put views confidently in front of public, ability to speak in front of a wide variety of people, yes, that is also part of communication, public speaking. So yes, so most of you are answering, giving answers like interacting with somebody or speaking confidently. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So why is there a need for such kind of sessions to take place? Why did I feel like I wanted to come and become a communication trainer? Because out there in the job market there are jobs available. It's not like the jobs are not there. There are jobs available. There are people who are looking for jobs, but the problem is there's a big gap in between what is required and in between what is available for the employers. So what they require are a combination of technical plus soft skills, but what is available is only technical skills, which is not wrong, but there is this gap of say trying to be able to display your skills, trying to be able to explain yourself to others, the gap of confidence that is there while somebody is speaking or telling them about their skills. So I'm there to bridge this gap. I'm there to bridge this gap between what is available and what is required, right? So every employer, every company, basically, while hiring for people, requires or is looking for one particular set of skills. Okay. So we get those skills when we are studying in our school, when we are studying in our college. We learn all of those skills. We learn our technical skills. Engineers learn engineering from whatever field they are in. People in commerce, they learn their accounting and everything, anything and everything. So whatever formal education you are taking, so everybody in your class, everybody in your own university is taking the same kind of education, right? But when the time comes for getting placed, when the time comes for landing good jobs, then why is there this gap? Not everybody in your class lands the same kind of job, right? So what is the difference? What is the difference between a person who is landing a package with, like, say, a starting package like 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, and there are some people who might even struggle for a package of even 2 lakhs or 3 lakh rupees, but they've all learned in the same class. So what do you think is the difference? Why this disparity? Why this problem? Let me know your opinions. Yes, we have to learn corporate etiquette. Hi, Shirisha. Hello. Come on, guys, let me know your opinions. Why is it that somebody lands a job of starting package of say 10 lakhs, above 10 lakhs, and why is that somebody struggling for say 3 or 2 lakhs also? Somebody says by negotiation. You cannot really negotiate from 3 lakhs to 25 lakhs, Hariram. Yes, Praveen says it is a speaking talent with others, lack of skills and ethics, communication and way of expressing in front of people, lacks in many people. Perfect, perfect. Right. So, exactly. So, what my point is that the person who is landing the higher package is able to display his skills, is able to advertise his skills properly, is able to speak confidently in front of the interview panel. So he's able to impress the interview panel of a big company and lands a good job. Whereas for somebody who is not able to do that, in spite of having the same education, in spite of having the same level of education, the same level of training, the same level of, say, exposure, opportunities, but there is this gap again, right? So to enhance yourself or say to upskill yourself, right, to come at par with the others, to come at par with the others in the job market, you need to also focus on your communication skills. You need to also focus on your soft skills as well, not just communication skills. You need to focus on other soft skills also, right? So technical training plus the soft skills training is equally important for your career growth and your personality development also, not just for career growth, for your personality development also. So focusing on building non-technical skills is equally important. Now, can somebody tell me what is the difference between skills and talent? I need to know your opinion between, what do you think? What is the difference between skills and talent? Certificate will be communicated to you. Don't you worry about your certificates, guys. Yes. Difference between skills and talents. Come on. Guys, you need to submit your assignments first. They'll be evaluated and then your certificates will be sent to you and your communication will be done accordingly by Let's Upgrade. Yes, Madhu says talent is inborn and skills are learned. Swati says we have to develop our skills and talent is inborn. Perfect. Come on, guys. Any other opinion apart from the talent is inborn and skills are, learned or developed? Talent is inborn, skills. Yes, you need to acquire skills. Talent comes from inner self. Wonderful. Yes, correct. So most of the answers are correct that talent is inborn, but your skills can be learned. Talent is something that you're born with, it is already within you. Something that you can do perfectly, something that you can do exceptionally well, right? But that also has to be practiced a lot to be perfect, to be exceptional at, right? It is just easier for people who are talented, who have that talent. But skills on the other hand, they need to be learned, they need to be acquired, they need to be developed, right? And for these skills to be developed, one requires some particular kind of focused training, right? So what are these skills? Can you name a few skills that one requires to learn to become a better professional or to become a better person? I need a list of skills from you guys. So what are these skills? I'm talking about non-technical skills. Okay, your technical training you did for your 6 days. Today we're talking all non-technical. Okay, so what are these set of skills that one might require to become a better professional, or one might require to move ahead in his or her professional journey? to get ahead of others. There's a whole list of skills that one can actually acquire to become this. Yes, Hariram says soft skills, Fluffy says communication. It's not just communication, come on. Jesse says effective communication, teamwork, responsibility, creativity, problem solving, leadership, extroversion, people skills. Yes, people skills is a good skill to have. Someone says singing, of course, if you say so. Yes, critical thinking is one very creative answer that I've got here. Management skills, presentation skills, problem solving, time management. Yes, yes, yes. Correct. Networking skills. Wonderful answer, Ramesh. Wonderful answer. Right. So, communication skills, your leadership skills, being a leader, working with a team, right? Emotional intelligence is also one very important factor to consider, right? Emotional intelligence is also one very important factor to consider, along with negotiation skills, along with, say, decision making skills and time management skills. Some say problem solving skills, critical thinking. Of course, there are so many, and you can develop these on your own, or you may hire help for all of these, right? Apart from this, some people also mentioned English speaking. Some people mentioned English speaking skills also. So how important do you think English speaking is to get ahead in life? See, I don't say English speaking is a measure of intelligence or is a measure of success. No. There have been people who are immensely successful and they don't know how to speak in English. There are people in the world out there who are very, very intelligent, very smart, very intelligent, uh, and they still don't know how to speak in English. So, when Sachin Tendulkar became Sachin Tendulkar, he did not know how to speak in English. Virender Sehwag did not know how to speak in English. But they're still successful people, right? But how many of these are there out there? Right? How many of these are there? Right? So, somewhere you have to agree with me when I say this, that speaking fluent English gives you an added advantage over others who cannot. Please tell me if you agree with me or not. Right? Being able to speak fluently in English is an added advantage or not? Let me know if you agree with me or not. Just an added advantage. Yes, Nirmalya, you mentioned English speaking, correct. Nitesh says I was rejected a few times because of not being fluent in English after clearing technical rounds. That's a very sad part. That's a very sad one. That is the reality here, right? I'm sure many of you agree. Exactly. The responses that are coming. Of course, of course. English speaking is essential when we do job of teaching, as it is an international language. Of course, it is the most common language. Spoken mostly everywhere in the world, right? English speaking makes an impression in the on person in front of you. Okay, you could say that impressions, yes, and it is an added advantage, of course, as most of you agree with me, and it also gives you a sense of confidence. Most of us, we don't have English as our first language. We don't have English as our first language. So English is a language that is always to be learnt externally. We know our mother tongue. We speak it at home. We are very fluent with it. We understand everything that is spoken in our mother tongue, most of us. But when it comes to English, it is a language that we have learned later, when we went to school, when we went to higher classes, that time. And then we stopped learning when school, for those of you studied in English medium, and when school stopped, we stopped learning English, right? So the exposure we had to English was reduced. Suddenly there was no writing in English, suddenly there was no speaking in English, only exams we wrote, and then we crammed up the answers and we wrote the exam. So that is not English. We don't count them as English, right? So there are very little tips to, to get back to speaking that fluently, to get back to having that confidence that you can also speak well. So they're very easy things to do, like read articles, read one paragraph of any article every day. Read one paragraph. So if you have a newspaper, well and good, or if you have an app, anywhere, any article you read, if you don't like, if you don't say understand any word, please mark that word, search it, Google that word, what does it mean or how is it used in a sentence, and try and use it in a sentence of your own as well. Okay, so unless and until you use that word in your own sentence, you are not going to register it. Just reading the meaning of a word will not help you, right? Then there are other ways also. Then there are other ways like watching movies or watching any web series, anything. Watch something where people are speaking in English, okay, but watch it with subtitles. Watch it with subtitles, so that, see, English accents we don't understand, American accent, the British accent, they're difficult to understand because they speak very fast as compared to people who speak English in India, right? So wherever you don't understand, pause it, rewind, go back and read what that person has said. Read how they have pronounced that word. Read in what context, in what situation that word was used, in which dialogue that word was used. Was it a situation of anger? Was it a situation where the person was trying to make a business deal? Was it when somebody was arrested? Was it when somebody was running? Was it when somebody was frightened? So try and understand where that word was used, which situation, and automatically you can start using those words. You can start picking up on the words and use it in your own language. You can stand in front of a mirror, you can speak, you can give your own introduction to yourself, and you will see that your confidence is increasing day by day, right? So I think I have some comments here. Kushal says English speaking is essential part of IT sector. I totally agree. I'm a biology student. Can I overcome to learn basis of computer knowledge easily? Of course, Praveen, you can do. If you decide you can do it, you can obviously do it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So yes. So these were some little things to do to try and improve your own English, right? Now, I just want to know how many of you have, appeared for interviews before this, and how many interviews have you appeared for? Do you have any experience with giving any interviews? Just let me know. And how was your experience also? Was it a good experience? Was it a bad experience? What kind of a review did you get in that, right? Christopher said, yes, I learn English by watching James Bond movies. Perfect. I have a friend who did not know English properly, but he learned by listening to English songs. So there was a remarkable improvement in his English language in, say, 8 to 9 months, right? So you have to be committed to that. Most of you say no. Somebody's saying 1 interview, 2 interviews. Some are saying 5 interviews. Okay, 2 interviews. I have some people who are in school as well. All right, all right. So yes, how was your experience in interviews? How was it? So it's basically a normal setting, like all interviews look the same. There are 1 or 2 people in one quiet room. They will ask you to come and sit, and then they will start asking you questions, right? So tell me, those who have appeared for that interview, what preparation did you do? What preparation did you do? Did you do something before the interview? How did you feel before the interview? Were you nervous or were you confident? Megha says, yes, I've appeared. It was an amazing experience, but had to reject that job. It was full time. Congratulations, Megha. That's wonderful, but sad at the same time that that you could not join. Great, great. So basically, what happens is people are nervous while going for interviews. So I understand the nervousness. It is okay. Being nervous is perfectly fine. It is a natural reaction to a stressful situation. We are all humans. But nothing good can come out of being nervous. The only thing that can happen is that you will mess up the interview. You will mess up the interview. See, what is the worst thing that will happen? That they will reject you, that you will not get that job. But what after that? there will be other jobs which you will be able to apply. So getting rejected is not a bad thing. Getting rejected, it can be taken as a learning experience, but we don't want too many such learning experience with us, right? So while going for interviews, basically, see, there's no scarcity of jobs, as I mentioned earlier at the start of the session also. There are a lot of jobs available. Only thing is, the right people need to go with the right skills to the right employers, right? So before going for any interview, there are a few things that I want you to remember. So those of you who are in school as well, I want you to remember these things as well whenever you go for an interview next, right? So basically, when you get a call, so the process goes like this: when you're going for an interview, a call is scheduled, or even if it is a walk-in interview, you know the date and time of that interview when you're going to go. So whichever company that is, please research beforehand about that company. By research, I mean research if there is any recent, if that company's name has featured in any recent news, if that company has won any awards, if their CEO or director has done something else, any latest news if there is available about that company, what exactly that company does, right? What all divisions their businesses are in, okay? When did it start, the small details that you have to just remember that for that one day, right? You have to remember it for that one day for your interview. So what happens is, when they ask you, when they ask you, or if the topic comes up about knowing about the company, you have all of this information, and since you know what you want to speak, you are also confident. Another advantage, and a very big advantage, that this thing has, this homework, this preparation has, that the person who is interviewing you knows that you are prepared for this, that you worked for this, that you went out of your way for this, you've done your homework, which means you are also serious about this job. If you're not serious, you would not have gone out of your way to find out about that company, right? So your homework, this is all I'm talking about before going to the interview, right? This is your homework before going to that interview. Now, coming to the interview, always reach half an hour or at least 15 minutes before the scheduled time of the interview. Why? Because you may have traveled to the interview venue, you may have to go to the washroom, you may have to find the interview room, you may have to say clean up your dress, you may have to clean up your clothes, your hair, everything. So this preparation also needs time, and this preparation is important, right? So there is sometimes the interviews are held in big buildings where you have to go find, there are different wings. So what if you go into the wrong wing, to the wrong floor? All of this buffer time you have to keep before you sit for that interview. So keep a target of reaching at least 30 minutes before that. There's no harm in reaching early, right? Rather than making a very sorry figure of yourself in front of the interviewers, right? So reach 30 minutes early, right? Straighten up your clothes, straighten up your hair. Girls, if you want to straighten up your makeup, please do that. If you are sweating, please take care of that. Please use some deodorants. All of these things are very important. These things are noticed, and these things are important at the same time. All right. So this is again before the interview, on the day of the interview. Before leaving your house, before leaving for the interview, please check if you have all the documents that are required. If you have at least 3 copies of your CV with you in your file, you have all the documents with you. Do you have a couple of photographs, passport size photographs of yourself, one ID proof? All of these things, even if they have not asked you to bring, you must know, it is common sense for everyone to be able to carry this. Okay, this is again the preparation for that. All right. So now, coming to the interview, once you are in the interview hall, please greet the person, please greet the panel. It may be one person, it may be 3 people, it may be any number of people. You have to greet them. If there are too many people, please do not shake hands. During the COVID times, as it is face to face interviews will be very rare physically, but even if they are, please avoid shaking hands or whatever. Just read the situation and then work around it. All right. Even if your interviews are happening virtually on video calls or on Zoom or Skype or whatever, right? You still have to, the preparation and the homework part remains the same. You still have to research about your company, right? You still have to get ready, be look proper, look neat and clean, be presentable. So all of this still counts for a virtual interview as well, right? Now when you are, if it is a physical interview, when you're leaving for that interview, please remember that you do not show your back to that person immediately. Okay. And when you're sitting there, please keep your bag somewhere on the floor, not on your lap or not on the table. Avoid placing your hand on the table like this. Please tell me. This is not the way to, I mean, be in an interview, right? Please also check for the eye contact that you're making with the person. So by eye contact, I mean please look into the eyes directly, but do not keep staring at that person all the time. Okay. Occasionally put a smile on your face when you're speaking. Makes you look like a pleasant person, right? So all of these things, sometime, I mean somewhat in bits and parts, try and impress the person in front of you, right? That will be your only chance to impress that person. So better not lose it or better not mess that up. All right. There are say different questions or some usual questions that are there, right? What are the usual questions that can be asked in an interview? uh, just let me know if you have, I mean, any idea. Yes, Nirmalya says, I feel this is the basic thing that keep it in mind before going to interview, to know that company. Obviously. uh, Nowadays, interviews are conducted using video calls. Perfect. I just said that. Uh, Purnima says she was little nervous and she got selected. Congratulations. But you rejected it as it was field work, sadly. Uh, Someone says from Glassdoor. Yes, you can also research from Glassdoor or mouthshot.com. Perfectly. Yes, so very important question is, tell me about yourself or introduce yourself, right? Megha asks, ma'am, will it be convenient for moving our hands to express something that we want to say? Of course, why not? I am speaking and since then I am moving my hands. Why not? Just not very dramatically like this. You can move your hands when you are trying to explain something, when you are trying to specify some point. Okay. When you want to press on some point, you can obviously use your hand gestures. They are very important, in fact. Otherwise, you're going to look like a robot, Mega. Don't worry. Yes. So, why should we hire you is one question that I've got. Strengths and weaknesses. What is your goal? Tell me about yourself. Okay. Very important question. So, let us first address tell me about yourself. So, this is some sort of an introduction. This is some sort of an introduction. Some may say, what kind of a person are you? Some may say, tell me. So if I'm going, so the person may also ask me, tell me what kind of a person Sneha is. So they just twist those questions. Ultimately, they are going to ask you, they are asking you about your own self. So this is one, this is basically the starting of the interview where it happens. And this is your golden opportunity. Okay. So this is where you cannot go wrong. All of the information that is being asked is about yourself. There is no new information coming. You don't have to lie about anything. You don't have to remember anything. So what is the problem here? This should be your big opportunity to impress that person and to build that confidence in yourself. See, all of the information is about yourself. You know it. You know your name. You know which school you went to. You know what you studied. You know where you stay. You know about your family. You know everything. You know what work experience you have. You know everything about you. There's nothing to forget. There's nothing to remember. So this is the easiest question that you can have. Introduction. The earliest and the easiest question, right? So best is tell your name. Hi, I'm Sneha. I'm from Nagpur. I studied in XYZ college. I've done my such and such degree, and I have a working experience of 6 years. I've worked at an academy before. Now I'm working with LetsUpgrade. These are basic facts that I know about myself. I did not have to remember all of this, right? Tone it in a better way. So, hi, my name is Sneha. I completed my BCom from Nagpur University. I have a working experience of 6 years. Previously, I've worked with an academy, and currently, I'm working as a product development manager with Let's Upgrade. So, that is about it. There were 4 or 5 sentences which I did not have to remember. These were all about myself. I know this, right? So, your introduction is sorted. This should not be where you mess up. Okay? So yes, then it was strengths and weaknesses. So strengths and weaknesses are both asked to know how well you know yourself. Okay. So strengths, they need to know where you place yourself on some sort of a meter. So how well do you know yourself? How confident are you? Do you say I am the best? I am the perfect person? That means you are overconfident. If you say I am timely, I'm punctual, I'm dedicated to my work, and say I'm a team player, I am a good leader, I'm a good communicator. These are the strengths that you must, tell them. These are the strengths that you can explain to them, right? So reachable or say practical strengths are the ones that you are supposed to tell them, right? Coming to weaknesses, so please do not tell them weaknesses like I am lazy, or I cannot handle too many things at one time. These these create bad impressions about yourself only, right? So just think of how you can twist the weaknesses to look like strengths. You can use weaknesses like, or let me chalo, come on, you guys give your weaknesses first in the chat before me telling you. Give your weaknesses. What if I ask you what is your weakness? What are you going to say? Come on, let me know your weaknesses. What will you say? Weakness in an interview, and then I'll tell you my answers. What I say in an interview. Rahul says public speaking. Okay, others. Stage fear. Okay. Can't say no whenever someone asks me for something. Okay. Very interesting. And I think this is a very common problem. Being alone. I cannot say no to anyone. I don't like if somebody wastes resources. Cooking, overthinking. Okay, okay. So yes, overthinking can be a good say weakness to turn into a strength. You can, Kiran, you can twist it into something positive also. Overthinking, when you say that I overthink sometimes, but it is only because I am too involved with what I am doing. Okay, and I just cannot, take it out of my mind, and unless and until I find a good solution to it. So you have turned that into a strength. Your weakness has been turned into a strength, right? Madhu says in an argument, I would start crying. So, Madhu, this can be said like I get too involved, I get too attached. And so, when I'm trying to prove something, or when I try to prove my point, sometimes my emotions get the better of me. But it is not an everyday affair, it is not a regular thing. And I am also working on it. Okay, so when you tell them that you are working on your weakness, that means they know what your weakness is, and that you're trying to improve that. Okay, so you have again turned another weakness into a strength. Okay, cannot say no to anyone can also be turned into something very interesting, if I can say. Let's say I find it difficult to say no to someone because I have this nature of, trying to accommodate everybody's wishes, and I cannot disappoint anyone that I know. Okay, I cannot disappoint my loved ones. I hate to disappoint my loved ones. Things like that can turn saying not saying no to anyone into again a strength, right? Yes, Fluffy, I put way too much effort into everything, and sometimes I tend to not meet my deadlines on time. So half of this thing is correct, that I put way too much effort into something. But when you're saying that I don't meet my deadlines in time, that is not going to impress that. So just omit the second part, and you can say I put way too much effort and I cannot leave something till the work is finished. Okay. So these are some things that you need to remember, your strengths, your weaknesses. It is interesting. Try to change perspective over your weakness. You can obviously turn it into a strength easily. All right. So let me know if this weakness turning into strength thing has worked for you. Let me know what you feel. I have turned some of your weaknesses into strengths right now here for you. Quickly let me know, then we will wrap up. Come on, guys. And I'm going to give you one very important tip also at the end. Come on, quick, guys. Also, I would like to remind all of you, don't forget to mark your attendance and submitting your project also. Don't forget to do that. Yes, I always have a helping mindset and often help people, so that sometimes I can't find time to finish my own work on time. No, 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 no. Just omit the second part. Nothing about not being able to finish your own work. No, they are hiring you to do their work. So you have to finish your work. Don't say things like I cannot finish my own work. Okay? Say that I have a helping nature and everything, but nothing about not being able to finish. Okay? Yes, thank you, Ronald, so much. Weaknesses can be converted into strengths. Correct, correct. Okay. So, Nirmalya, I think 2 to 3 days will be required for the feedback on your projects. Okay. Don't you worry about it. And so, there's one last thing that I also want to tell you. Uh, be it your CV or be it your interviews, your answers, try not to give too much information, try not to give extra information. Okay, so let's say I will give you one example. Why? Because extra information gives extra space for extra questions also. So try, you want the interview to be shortened, you are already nervous, right? You cannot afford more and more questions coming in your way. So limit to whatever your answers to whatever is asked. So one of my students, 4 or 5 years back, he was asked about his performance in his current company. Okay, he was about to change his job. So he said, I have won this award last year. I won employee of the quarter, employee of the month, star of the month, this, that, 4 5 awards he mentioned. And he said that since 4 years, I'm getting all these awards. So that's all. But then it sparked one more thing. It sparked one more thing in the mind of the interviewer. He asked him, if all of these awards you have received, then why did you not receive any promotion or any increment? Why was it not given to you? If you are performing all of this so very well, why was it not given to you? You should have been promoted so many levels up. So that person did not have any answer to give. Why? Because he provided extra information. There was no need to show off there that he has received all of these awards. He could have just said, I won Employee of the Year or Employee of the Quarter, whatever, one or two important awards, that's all. That is a regular feature. People do win that. But listing 7 or 6 awards and then not getting a promotion is contradictory. It's opposite to one another. So he was asked a question and he did not know an answer to that. So that was a very shameful situation. So learning from that example, please, please, please do remember to only stick to facts. Okay, do not try and lie. Okay, do not try and lie. I will not say be 100% honest, that is really difficult, but do not lie. You can hide some things. You have to work cleverly. You need to know when to speak and when to not speak actually. So don't lie because you can get caught. People say, while they are asked about hobbies, they say reading, and when they are asked about a favorite author or any book, about the latest book about their author, they don't have any answers. So don't, play it safe. Don't create situations that will bring trouble for yourself. Okay, so that's all from my side. I will again say, uh, I hope you have enjoyed this session. I hope you have derived advantage out of this session today. Uh, if you are, I hope you are all registering for the postgraduate programs. And if you are, we are definitely, going to meet in the postgraduate program as well. I take care of all the placement preparation there also. So register in large numbers, and bye bye. See you some other time in some other essentials as well, and of course in the postgraduate programs also. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.